So you talk about how men kind of either you felt like fetishized in a way or like you were unattractive due to the fact that you went on the show. So kind of you're married now. Like what was that experience like getting to know your husband, dating your husband, and has he ever watched the show? Did he watch the show?
Yeah, and how long after the show did you meet him?
So let me see. I'm like, he helped me with the math, guys. I have mom brain. So I did the show at 28 and I met him at 36.
Okay.
And I had other relationships, like a 2-year relationship, but I never told somebody I love you until I met my husband.
Okay.
Kind of weird,
so
but yeah, I just was like, I'm not gonna like move in with somebody and like be serious with somebody until I know for sure it's the one. So yeah, and then he handled it really well. Actually, he was refreshing. I had moved back to Arizona. I was in Santa Monica for about 14 years. And Joe, you know, in LA, like the dating pool is totally different. I don't know if you spent time there, but I was going out with comedians and some actors here and there, and they understood the show. They kind of got a kick out of it, and they just wanted to hear the ins and out of it. But they weren't really, they were like commitment phobe guys. So anyway, I moved back to Arizona. I meet my husband 2 years after being back here. We lived on the same block, like 4 blocks away from each other. And nice. He knew I thank the show for meeting him because he knew who I was from the show. That's the silver lining. And he had been liking my photos for about 2 years. And I remember seeing him in my feed. You know how your feed looks crazy? But every once in a while I'll look and I'm like, God, I've seen him before. Maybe we met and I didn't follow him back or something at like a real estate event. So I messaged him. I'm like, have we met before? He's like, no, I remember meeting you. So yeah, we went out 3 days later and it was just like instant. And so
he was
the show didn't turn him off.
So he was liking your photos and you hit him up first?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
He said he would have never DM'd me.
A little Instagram advice.
That works.
How to get them to slide into the DMs.
Wow.
Yeah, I need a little edge. He had a little edge to him. He's all tatted up, and you know, it just was different. Going back to like dating in LA to dating in Phoenix, I was having no luck, and I just met this great guy, and we watch the show together now. But I will say there was some growing pains. Like, so for example, like when we announced our engagement and our pregnancy, People magazine did a feature, and he had never experienced that part of, you know, it's a weird thing. Like Us Weekly did a story, and then it's like this really nice article about us, and then it's like skinny dipping, the book, the tell-all, everything I talked about in like my whole life. And he's like, my parents are reading this. This is like kind of like, yeah, it's cool, but it's also like, do we really need that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.